The Leafs were looking to push the Lightning to the brink of elimination tonight in their first-round playoff series.
Matthews from Tavares. Right there along the wall, and a poke check. Here's
a bad start for the Leafs as Tampa was given a penalty shot while the Leafs were on an early power play. But Ilya Samsonov made a big save to keep it scoreless. Just over 3 minutes later, the Lightning opened the scoring. They'd add a second goal with less than 2 minutes to play and led 2-0 after the first period.
Another shift inside the Lightning zone. Ball. Score!
The Leafs got on the board just under 5 minutes into the second period. Noel Acciari scored his second of the playoffs to make it 2-1. Tampa came close a few minutes later before scoring back-to-back goals to close out the period and take a 4-1 lead into the third period.
So it's the Leafs who have it, and they spring Nylander. Nylander, the pass for Matthews.
The Leafs, though, came out flying. In the third, Austin Matthews scored a pair of goals less than 3 minutes apart to bring Toronto within one. And with just 4 minutes left, Morgan Riley tied the game, sending it to overtime.
Giordano across. Return it, Nylander to Giordano with a shot. Tip score!
And the Leafs complete the comeback in OT. Alex Kerfoot tipping home the game winner on the power play to give Toronto a 5-4 win. The Leafs now lead the series 3-1. Let's go live now to CB24's Mark Liverman in Maple Leaf Square with fan reaction. What a moment that was, Mark.
Such an incredible moment, Lena, and it probably brings you flashbacks to Saturday where we were in a similar position, Leafs in overtime, winning that game as well, winning both games of the last two in Tampa. Very impressive, and I got to tell you, these fans were unbelievably excited. It really was a roller coaster of emotions, as one fan described earlier tonight, talking about the fact that at one point they were unbelievably nervous. At one point they figured they were probably going to lose this game. Then they go to overtime and win the game. So such a change in terms of momentum as well for the team and for the fans. And these fans were there for the entire game. There was overflow of fans past where the tailgate party is itself. That is how many people were here to support their team. People just so incredibly excited, especially considering the fact that the next game is back here in Toronto. So fans will be able to watch possibly the Leafs win this series here at home. But here's more from some of the fans we spoke to earlier.
And when the Leafs caught on the power play, you knew a good chance was coming. And when the Leafs caught on the power play, you knew a good chance was coming. And essentially, like, as soon as Kerfoot scored, I lost it. I lost it.
It all paid off.
It all paid off.
This was the most nervous I've ever been, and now this is the most happy I've ever been.
Words can't even explain what we just went through, that roller coaster. I'm struggling to speak right now. This guy had it.
Yeah, and Lena, one fan described the fact that they had goosebumps at the end there, and that really was the feeling you got when you stood there surrounded by all of these fans, this sea of blue and white, all of these fans celebrating. It was just an unbelievable amount of energy. It was really electric to be there in that moment. Of course, it is not over yet. The Leafs come back here to take on Tampa on Thursday night for Game 5. If they win that game, they move on to the next round. Puck drop on Thursday night is at 7 o'clock. Lena, back to you.